Greetings and welcome to the Diablo 4 video. The tower released the tower leaderboards for Diablo 4. It's great. Finally, something to put my name on, or maybe not. Well, I barely made it in the top 100, beating Pit 85. Yes, I know it's not high, blah blah blah, but it wasn't a decent time. And I used the Death Trap build, not the Dance of Knives. Unfortunately, it doesn't go as high. But I want to show you what the tower is about. So first of all, you have all these leaderboards divided by class. This is all solo. Of course, Paladin is really high. I think like Necromancer is not doing so great. The highest might be 119. I think for Rogue it's similar. The 125 is decent. And then you also have parties right here. And the loading is atrocious. I don't know, it takes fairly long just to load some, cascading tables or whatever. Maybe they need to add some pagination. I don't know. But this is basically leaderboards, right? This is what we wanted since day one because Diablo 3 had it. And now they implemented it. Let's just go and do a round so you can see how it's about. So you can choose here the pit or the tower. Visually, it barely makes a difference. This one is like purple and it says beta. If it wasn't for beta, I think it's sometimes hard to distinguish. And then I was confused at this, but you also select the tier. So it's the same as the pit in principle. So if we take like tier 70 or whatever, you just open it and then it's purple and it says the tower. So we're going to the tower, which is the same layout as the pit. Like, it doesn't look like a tower. It's just called tower, probably because of the leaderboards, because you're climbing something. But yeah, so you begin here. You have this nice circle, and it says here, the tower, exit the circle to begin. So right now, I can just walk around here. I have this buff. But then again, these monsters come in. So I'm in stealth right now because I have Shroud of the False Death, right? But if I wouldn't have that, they would just come in and kill me. So it doesn't really start with me going out. It actually starts with them coming in. Other than the timer, which didn't start yet. And I can just actually sit here and kill these monsters before the timer even begins. For some reason they don't drop the orbs. I will get to that in a second, but it's kind of funny, I think, in of itself. So I think the monster shouldn't attack you if, you're still in the circle. So we're going out of the circle, the timer starts, and now we're killing things, and they drop these orbs, which are not drawn to you. You really have to pick them up manually. So that's kind of a bummer. And you can see on your minimap there's like red dots of like the champion monsters like these, and you kill the whole group, and then these orbs drop. And there's also these rare monsters that also drop orbs. So here again, there's like a group of 4. You need to kill all 4, and then the last one drops these orbs. And there's also these pylons. It says it's shielded because we need to, for some reason, destroy the shield around the pylon. I don't know. Then you can use it. It's channeling pylon. It only lasts for 30 seconds. And it just does what you think it does. It gives you the channeling power. So no more resource cost, etc. And then you can just go on. You, again, see? They barely... I don't need to go over them 100%, but I need to go to them very close to these orbs, which is like the Animus from the Nightmare Dungeons. It's probably the same code underlying that. It just looks visually different, but no matter. So there's also these goblins. You can kill them. And they also drop a ton of orbs, and this is kind of random. Like, there's not always a goblin, or maybe there's always a goblin and you just need to find it. I'm not sure about that. Oh, by the way, I also just activated the power pylon, giving me more damage, which is kind of insane, right? Like, there is an RNG component to something that is attached to the leaderboard, a maybe significant RNG component. I'm not sure yet how much power the pylons give, but it seems like these goblins give you a lot of these orbs, right? So there's a speed pylon. Doesn't really help me much. I mean, I'm almost always unstoppable. I mean, I'm unhindered now as well. Okay, fine. Another channeling, I also don't need it for my build. So the only pylon actually that I would care as a Dance of Knives rope is the power pylon. I can ignore the other ones because I always need to kill the shield of the pylon first before I can activate the pylon, so just ignore those depending on your build. And then just go for the red dots on your minimap. Again, we are playing the game by watching the minimap because we don't have a map overlay yet, or maybe we never get it, I don't know. So you're just moving along, and then when you have a full bar, this guy is coming. It's a Tower Guardian, they look just different. They are less powerful than the Rift Guardians or Rift bosses. And that's it. You did it. There is no extrinsic reward. This is just for you. There's a time attached to it. And yeah, if you made it to the leaderboard, which means the top 1000, then you are on the leaderboard. You can also go via the menu and then to the leaderboard. I don't know why it says top 1000 contender, maybe because I am, since I am at 952. But it only shows my best time. And if I view my profile here, it shows my current build. So it doesn't snapshot, because this was done with a death trap build. It doesn't snapshot your build, so it's always also for others that you want to look at. Oh, I want to look at, let's say, the best rogue, right? Can I... Oops, sorry about that. Can I jump to the best rogue here, for example? I view the profile and then, okay, he has Heartseeker, whatever. I mean, that's pretty clear that this is the best build right now. But it only shows what he had equipped the last time he logged in or the last time he logged out, something like that. It doesn't update like every second, but you know what I mean. It's not necessarily the build that he played this with. So he could be naked right now just for the fun of it, and we wouldn't see his build. And furthermore, we don't really see his build. I mean, I don't know what his accomplishments. There's also clan. Nobody cares about that. And we don't see the build, the whole build. We also don't see like how the paragons are spent or something like that. So it's like with the gauntlet, it looks kind of the same. And I would love for myself, like I want to compete with myself in a way, or with different builds. I want to see, okay, how did my Dance of Knives build do? How did my Death Trap build do? I can compare them and maybe see also, oh, if I change something in my Dance of Knives build, can I get higher or something? Like, can I compare that to my previous time? But I don't see any previous times. You will only see your time if you are here. I think on the top 1000 you can jump to yourself, and I think if you're not in the top 1000 you will somehow also see your best time. I haven't been there. I'm only in the top 1000 now. I will drop out probably, then I can confirm. There's no other rewards. There's just experience, which is okay-ish. It's not great. It's like I think it's like pit experience. So, but in the pit you also get some items. So that's the tower. I mean, it's neat. It's something that people can now see and compete and see, you know, who's like on the top and whatever. There's also nothing like overall best. It's also divided by classes always. So we need to go through the different classes and see what is actually the highest that is beaten right now. And I think it's of course Paladin with like 130 or 132. There we go. And I cannot even access his profile because it's private. So this is another thing. If they have their profile private, then you cannot even see it. So yeah, that is also a thing. In any case, it's still nice. You don't need to go to helltides.com. You don't need to upload some video and that somebody else needs to verify and check if everything is like according to, you know, everything, and then you get there on this leaderboard. It seems the same as the pit, like mechanically, almost, instead of like just these orbs or something. Maybe they will change something about the tower or about the pit. It's still in beta, so I mean, it's fine. It's probably not what people were hoping for if they think about Diablo 3 Greater Rifts, where this was also the part where you could get the best loot, and it was like so satisfying actually to do those, and you needed to do the normal ones to get the keys for the greater ones, and it's like there's this loop that's kind of missing here. Here it's just, okay, I do the tower, see where I'm placed, and then I probably don't have any reason to touch it again until I maybe I perfect my build away and then I can go again. Like, it's really just an addendum to the pit, kind of, that you maybe run once and again. And of course, if you're like one of these like very high pushing people, you want to always push limits, you want to be on the top 10 of the leaderboard, whatever, then it might be interesting to push for better times. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an overview of the tower. I think it's nice that we have it right now. I don't want to complain, but there is some feedback to be had, and there is some things that they need to flesh out, but that's why it's in beta. So we will probably get updates along the way, and hopefully it will be more fleshed out by the time the next season comes. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.